Welcome again. I'm Steve Trithall with Sessions Group here at World Headquarters. We're joined again with Cindy McCord, owner of Bloomfloralscapes, which is a full-service landscape, maintenance, construction, and snow removal company. And we work with Cindy. She's been nothing but first class, and it really does make a difference who does your snow removal. Cindy, we've talked about the evaluation of snow removal companies, the specifics of the contract. Let's get into the issues and the problems that we face with snow removal.
The potential issues and situations that might not be readily identifiable before the storm or the season hits, there are many. And some of them are the timing of the storm. Many times the storm will not come in until rush hour traffic, and those are always our favorite because not everyone can be served all at the same time. But this goes back to the communication with your contractor between the management or building owner, and also in your vetting process, what was the density of jobs that the contractor has, and have they overbooked their crews? Do they have a dedicated crew for this site? Those are all things that will help alleviate any potential issues with the timing of the storm being first thing in the morning, because every building owner wants to be taken care of first thing in the morning before their tenants arrive. Another item is that sometimes we'll have snowstorms that don't meet the specification. If the specification is 2 inches for snow removal, we might have 1.5 inch snowfall, or 1.75 inches, or even 1 inch. However, there are icy spots on the north side or at main entrances, and those need to be addressed and taken care of. So you need to have either in the contract or in an addendum, how is that specification, how is that situation going to be handled? Again, this goes back to communication and trust with your contractor. The contractor has to feel confident enough in the relationship that they know that they can be proactive in going back to the site, assessing site conditions, and being really proactive on the job in applying materials and doing additional items that are really for the good of the building owner and for the safety of everyone there on site. So when you're looking at ice management, it needs to be addressed in the post-storm control. On most cases, slip and falls happen 1, 2, 3, multiple days after a storm happens. People tend to be very careful when there's snow on the ground. However, 3 days later, when it's 55 degrees and we've had freeze and rethaw and freeze and thaw, people tend to not be as careful as they might be during a snowstorm. So this needs to be addressed, and I think it's very helpful, and it takes a lot of worry off the mind of the contractor, as well as takes the worry off of the mind of the management and the tenants and the building owners, that someone is going out there to visit the site and make a quick visit, and if 2 handfuls of ice melt need to be applied, then they know that the contractor knows that they have the authority to do that. And again, it really addresses any potential slip and falls, which are the most costly liability on the job. But that does need to be addressed with possibly an ice patrol line or service line in the contract, and how that will be addressed throughout the season. Wind drifts also add to that, and so if that happens several days after, that needs to be addressed. We're seeing within the industry that the freeze and rethaw situation is a very litigious situation, so I definitely recommend addressing that in the contract specifically. It might be that the porter at the office building takes care of it, it might be that the snow removal company takes care of it, but it does need to be identified and addressed in the contract. Again, if you know that you've got a good communication system and a rapport with your contractor and trust, then that just helps that contractor to be more proactive on the job, so that we can do our job, and that we can take a little worry off the building owner's mind as well.
So be specific in your contract and stick to it.
Be specific. And be a little bit flexible too. Every storm is different, and as we've stated before, a little patience goes a long way. But again, that goes back to the conversation.
Well, in closing, I sleep soundly at night knowing that Bloomfloralscapes is on the site. If you have any questions, please give us a call. So join us next time. Thank you.